Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, in today's video, guys, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, my morning routine. Now, this is something I have covered on the channel before, but since then, products have changed, processes have changed, switched it up. So I thought I'd just sit down, I'd answer a few skincare questions that you guys have thrown at me, and I'll get ready to talk you through my current routine with current products. Now, first off, on the morning, I never cleanse my face. There's a huge, people keep asking me this because there's quite a lot of different influencers and YouTubers have different opinions on this. I know Cassandra Bankson did a video a couple of days ago where she said she didn't wash her face on a morning. I know that some other people have said you absolutely need to wash your face on a morning, and it's a bit of one of those contentious issues. I say, listen to your skin. My skin is perfectly fine on a morning. I've literally just woken up. I've let the dog out. I've got myself a cheeky cup of tea, and I'm just sitting down, and my skin, it doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't feel unclean. I shower on it evenings because literally I've been meaning to film this video for the past sort of 3 weeks, but I've always snoozed, and I've always been up too late to actually do it. So I definitely don't and wouldn't recommend you cleanse your face on a morning unless you are super oily, because you're just going to be washing away all of those amazing oils that your skin has produced over the night, and just really you're going to be dehydrating your skin before you even start your skincare routine. So I like to start by getting a cotton round, which I should have got out of the bag before I started this video, to be honest, but never mind. And using this. This is the Boots Glycolic Acid Toner. Now, I interchange this with the Pixi, with the 7% Toning Solution by The Ordinary. They're all kind of the same strength and do kind of the same thing. It's a daily exfoliating toner, and so I just wipe that right across the face like that. As you can see, I'm in my pyjamas. I always do my skincare on a morning in my pyjamas. I like a pyjama with a full V-neck. I mean, obviously, if you don't wear pyjamas, it's even easier. But if you do, I like one with a full V-neck, so you can take the product down onto the neck, and you're not worrying about getting it all over whatever clothes you're going to be wearing for the day. So, top tip, never get changed before you do skincare. Okay. Done. Again, if you look at the pad, you shouldn't have that much grease, dirt, grime on there, which I don't. It's very lightly, but nothing. So actually, this is why I don't cleanse, because this toner will just get off any remnants of grease and dirt that is left on my skin. Or maybe last night's skincare, it'll just remove that, ready for the next steps. Now, just give that 20 seconds. In an ideal, this is another question I always get asked. In an ideal world, how long should you leave between each skincare step? Well, there's no exact science, but I would say usually about 30 seconds. It's kind of the 30-second rule. I never, ever have time to do that. I am one of these people that snoozes on their alarm until they're actually running late, and then gets up and then throws it all on and goes out the door, which is so bad, but I've been doing it for like 15 years, and I'm definitely not going to change now. So I would definitely recommend you leave it on 30 seconds before you put your next product on, particularly with your exfoliator, because it needs to start working before you start neutralizing it with other products. Now, after I've left it roughly 30 seconds, I'm going to go in with this. This is my Pixie Collagen Tonic. I fully expect it to hate this. If you haven't seen I did a review on it, I'll leave a link up there. I fully expect it to hate this. I actually loved it. It smells divine. It smells really like fresh and gorgeous. I just put this on another cotton round. Now, for those of you with the keen-eyed amongst us, I was singing the praises of reusable cotton rounds in one of my previous videos. I have bought some. They're called Marley Madness, I think, cotton rounds. I'll leave an image of them there. Gorgeous, reusable, so much better for the environment. I worked out that you have to use them every day for 3 months to make the money back on what you would have spent on disposable ones. I'm going to give them a bit of a wear test and see if they do last those 3 months, because if they do, then it's a win-win. You're saving money, you're saving the environment. Fantastic. I've got loads of disposable cotton rounds, so I'm using them up. There is no point. You might all want to go eco, and that's fantastic. There's no point wasting products and stuff that you already have. You might as well use them up. So using disposable cotton rounds, but I fully recommend you look into the reusable ones, because you know, it's 2020, we should all be a little bit more environmentally conscious. I'm trying to do my bit. So put this on. This is a beautiful product. It's hydrating, it's got peptides in, it's calming, it's soothing. It hasn't actually got collagen in, so don't let the marketing fool you. It hasn't actually got collagen in, but it'll do quite a lot to help your skin just feel fresh and hydrated. And that's what I said in my review of it. It does nothing for collagen, but it does wonders for the hydration levels in your skin. And on a morning, who doesn't want that? So I'm just going to let that sink in. This is the point at which you realise as well, when you're rubbing these things on your skin, if you've got a zit that's come up overnight. I have one there. I can feel, you shouldn't touch your skin, but here we are. Coming up there, so thrilled about that. So I'll deal with that as part of the skincare routine. But usually you wake up and you think, oh, great, my skin looks great. And then you rub around and think, oh, there's a zit coming. Thrilled. So do you need a toner or a tonic in your routine? Is something that I get commonly asked. No, I like the collagen tonic. It's a bit extra, it's a bit bougie, it's a bit extra hydration. Do you need it? Absolutely not. Could you totally get away with that, missing the step? Yes, just move from your exfoliator on to your next step. Now, generally, a question is always about layering skincare products. Generally speaking, you want to do your cleanse, your exfoliation, your serums, your creams, and finish with your oils. So go in the sort of, do your cleansing and your exfoliation, then the rest of them go in the thickness of the product. So use the most watery product first, and then work your way up to the thickest, the heaviest, and always end with the oil. If you're going to use an oil, it should always be the last step. So the next one for me is going to be my Aguirre solution. No, wrong one, this one. This is called Botox in a bottle. I spoke about it on the channel before. I absolutely love it. The Ordinary probably do the best one out there. A couple of drops is all you need. And I just rub it where I get dynamic fine lines. So I get them on the crow's feet, forehead, around the mouth. Again, leave that to it. They say it acts like Botox in a bottle. It doesn't do anything near what you would expect Botox to do. However, it can improve the appearance and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles by about 15% in clinical studies. 15% is a hell of a lot when you think of what you spend on all these bougie products that actually deliver nothing. That product is like £5 and it delivers, reasonable reduction in lines and wrinkles. That's fantastic. I am very expressive, I don't know if you can tell, and I smile a lot, I screw my face up a lot. These are the dynamic fine lines that this is going to try and help prevent. So I'm putting it on more as a preventative rather than having the fine lines already, if that makes sense. Let this again do its 20 to 30 seconds. You can always fan. I'm not sold on fanning, whether it actually makes any difference. I think in my head it does. Now we're going to go to this, the niacinamide. Now, for those of you who, I don't really talk about niacinamide, I just assume everybody has it in their skincare routine, and I shouldn't do because a lot of people don't. If you're new to skincare and you don't know what niacinamide are, it's vitamin B and it's absolutely fantastic at going into the skin and helping regulate the sebum production in the skin. If you're excess oily, if you've got too much oil in your skin, niacinamide will be your absolute best friend. I'm quite oily, so definitely need it in my skincare routine. The Ordinary one is like £5 and it has zinc added in there, which is fantastic because again, that's going to be great at calming the skin, preventing any acne breakouts and regulating that oil production. The Ordinary do one, the Inkey do a fantastic one, Paula's Choice do a great one, Revolution Skincare do one. There's loads out there, but never pay more than £10. It's not a product that you need to spend a lot of money on. Never spend more than £10 on your niacinamide. So I'm just going to rub that again just on my skin. I don't put a lot on, and I tend to focus on the T-zone of my skin. I don't want to put too much of the product on because I'm actually quite dry here and oily around my T-zone. A lot of people always ask, when do I shave? Will I shave like I should be doing in the morning? I should be shaving now. However, I've got quite a few Skype calls this evening, so I'm going to shower and shave at sort of like 5 o'clock before I do my evening calls, and that way I'll look fresh and fabulous. And I'll probably actually do my evening skincare then as well, so I'm kind of done for the evening, because as long as you can't see it on your skin, so I'm not doing like a face mask and I'm on Zoom or whatever, then I think it's absolutely fine to do this evening skincare earlier. You don't have to do it the second before you go to bed, just do it when it suits you. Now we're moving on to vitamin C. I would normally go for my 100% L-ascorbic acid powder and mix it with your moisturizer. Absolutely beautiful. However, today I am away from my sink and it's quite messy. I like to do it over my basin. I don't like to have all the mess around the house. So I'm actually going to mix it up a bit, and I'm going to go for the 8% ascorbic acid, 2% alpha-arbutin, which is probably my second favourite of the Ordinary vitamin C's. I did a whole video on vitamin C's at the Ordinary, which I'll link up there. Just put a little bit on, just dab it into the skin. This isn't a product I rub. I can tend to just dab. It is oil free and it is water free, but it feels a bit oily when you first put it on your skin. So just let it do its work, let it sink in. And the order in themselves say it takes about 20 minutes to sink in. I think that's 20 seconds. So no one has 20 minutes, 20 seconds to sink in. I think that's probably about right. Feels about right to me. So just let that sink in till that oiliness goes away. It goes from oily to tacky to matte, which is kind of perfect. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm going to prepare my salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is something, because I've already done a daily exfoliation, I don't want to overdo the exfoliation. I don't want to over process my skin and end up with that shiny, you get that quite shiny fake looking skin if you use too many acids too much. So I use this as a targeted pinpointing on a day. The days where I want to use my salicylic acid as sort of my exfoliator, I just skip the glycolic and put the salicylic on instead. This is the Boots Salicylic, £5. I mean, beautiful product, £5. It's vegan, it's cruelty free, it's unscented, there's no colorant in there, and it's £5. I mean, for a salicylic acid, what more could you want? It hasn't got the concentration on the bottle, but I asked Boots, I did email them, and they said it's 2%, so that's your answer. Now I've got a zit coming there, so I'm just going to pinpoint that. You don't have to be super accurate with salicylic acid, because actually getting it slightly around the product is absolutely fine. Around the zit is fine, but just be as accurate as you can, because you obviously don't want it to interact too much with the healthy skin that's around the zit, if that makes sense. Always let your salicylic acid dry, and this is one of the ones that you do have to let dry in, so it can penetrate the zit, go into the pores, do the work, and then it can be working as you go throughout the day. A lot of people say with salicylic acid, why do I hate treatment cleansers, particularly salicylic acid cleansers? Just because they don't do anything. You're putting them on the skin, they're on 30 seconds, you're washing them off. What benefit is that bringing to your skin? Nothing. I would much rather use a basic cleanser and then use an active ingredient. I also think they're really expensive. Like, you can pay for a salicylic acid £5, for a cleanser £5, £10 total. Whereas a salicylic acid cleanser, which does less because you're washing it off, can be like £15. The price point doesn't work for me. I don't like the formulations of a lot of them. I think they're quite drying. I just don't think they're on the skin long enough to do anything. So give it a miss. I definitely wouldn't recommend treatment cleansers. Does nothing for me. Now, while that's sinking in, I'm going to treat the eye area. You guys know I adore the Caffeine Solution by The Ordinary. This is my go-to. My puppy, because quite a few of you have asked for a puppy update, is so much better than he was at sleeping. He now sleeps through to about 7. It's about 7:30 here in the UK. He got me up at 7 to go for a wee, which is fine. Rather that than we have an accident in the house. So I'm all fine with that, and it means I can get my beauty sleep. So I'm not relying on this as heavily as I was, but again, I just like to put that on because I feel it's going to constrict the ventricles and blood vessels, which is going to reduce the puffiness, the swelling, and some of the discoloration under the eye. And if you've gone without sleep for a while, which I did for about a month since getting the puppy, it takes about double the amount of time to catch up on that, if that makes sense. So if you've missed a month of sleep, it's going to take you 2 months for your skin to go back to the way it was before the sleep deprivation. So bear that in mind when you're thinking, why aren't my dark circles going quicker? It's about double the amount of time, which is annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Right, finally, I'm going to pop a serum on. Now, I switch between the Collagen Booster Serum by the Inkey List, which is beautiful. I did do a review of it, so I'll link it up there. Or this is the Baja Basics Collagen Boosting Facial Serum. I'm all about collagen at the moment. Collagen is basically a wonder ingredient, naturally occurring in the body, but it goes down over time. What it does is it prevents the wrinkling of the skin, so it helps support cell structure. It prevents, it supports with the creation of elasticity in the skin, so it's able to snap back. You know, if you pinch your skin and it snaps back, that's collagen that's doing that. If it doesn't snap back, it's an absence of collagen. It supports the pore walls, so if you want to shrink your pores, one of the best way of doing it is to support the pore walls by having a good collagen boosting routine. I don't believe the science is out there for the topical application of collagen. I think it's a bit gimmicky. I don't think it's doing anything. Certainly the supplements and the drinks, I don't think are doing anything whatsoever. The best way to produce good collagen is to use a good peptide serum, because peptides encourage the body and give the body what it needs to produce more collagen. So instead of your collagen going like that over time, it stays plateaus. So I'm using any peptide serum will do. The Collagen Boosting Serum by the Inkey List, beautiful. I use that, and I use the Baja Basics Collagen Boosting Facial Serum. It's personal preference. I love the smell of this one, but the inky this one just as good. So you do you, whichever one you think. I'm just going to rub this into our hands and then just pat this onto the skin. This is sort of a dry oil type serum, which normally I would hate. Normally I'd hate this on my skin because I hate oil. I've lived with oil all my life. I hate oil. But actually it sinks straight in and it's not unpleasant to use. So just let that do its work, let it sink in, let those peptides absorb into the skin and feel absolutely fantastic. And we're pretty much done. You've got to put on your SPF, but I always leave my SPF about 10 minutes after I put my last product on, just because I want all the products to work and just do their thing before I then seal them over with an SPF. I'm still I'm waiting for my Purity 2 comfy water, which I have been longing to try since everybody's raved about it. It's Hiram's go-to. If you've ever watched his videos on YouTube, I've seen beauty editors in all the papers saying it's literally the best thing ever. So I'm desperate to get my hands on it, but shipping with the whole virus situation, it's taking forever. So at the moment I'm still using my in-transit skin defense, so I will pop that on. It's not super hot here in the UK, but actually I'm not feeling that dry, so I'm going to skip my moisturizer. My moisturizer would have been the natural moisturizing factors with hyaluronic acid. I would have probably put that on, but I think doing this is going to be hydrating enough for me today. So kind of listen to your skin as to whether you need a moisturizer as well as your SPF. Definitely your SPF, but I'm probably going to skip the moisturizer because I'm only inside today. I'm not doing that much, and I'm going to be taking all of this off and showering at about 4. So I'm going to skip the moisturizer and just throw this on. Now, I'm just going to have a quick look and make sure I haven't missed any steps. I haven't. When you're filming something, it's literally impossible to kind of get it right and not miss steps. So sorry if I have, and I'll correct it in the comments below. Throw your SPF on and you're good to go. I've got to put some clothes on, get out my pyjamas, put some clothes on and start the day. I'd love to know, guys, rate me, read me to filth, let me know what you think of my morning routine. Have I missed anything? Would you have included anything? Would you have switched anything over? What do you think of the products I've chosen? Let me know what you think. Do you like this style of video? Because I like this sort of vloggy type of thing. Join us later because it's going to be Face Mask Friday. We are Friday and we're going to be choosing our favourite face mask. I'm going to be answering your questions and we're just going to have a chill, calm 15 minutes of self-care and relaxation later. So that video is going up at 6 o'clock here in the UK time. I don't know what that is in the rest of the world. Google it. It's 6 o'clock here, so look out for that one. Come join me, put your favourite face mask on, let's relax, let's chat, and let's learn a bit more about me. I want to hear a bit more about you and just have a lovely 15 minutes of self-care fun. Right, guys, hopefully you give this video a thumbs up. You'll follow us at SkinMad on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.